In the architecture of human character, integrity is the keystone. It is the quality that binds all other virtues into a coherent and resilient whole, ensuring that a person's actions align with their professed values. Yet, within this broad concept, one domain stands out for its profound and often unspoken power: sexual integrity. To suggest that a man's fundamental strength of character flows from his sexual integrity is not to reduce him to his sexuality, but rather to recognize that this deeply personal realm serves as the ultimate crucible for his honesty, self-mastery, respect, and purpose. It is here, in the most private and potent of human drives, that the authenticity of his character is forged and proven. At its core, sexual integrity is about discipline. Sexual energy is among the most powerful forces in the human experience. Left unchecked, it can lead to chaos, obsession, and regret. But when mastered, it becomes a wellspring of focus, determination, and creative drive. A man who disciplines himself sexually shows mastery over the strongest of appetites. If he can govern his body at its most primal level, he can govern his mind in the midst of challenges. If he can resist the lure of easy pleasure, he can resist corruption, lies, and shortcuts in other areas of life. Think of it as training. Each moment of sexual discipline, whether choosing to stay faithful in a relationship, avoiding degrading habits like pornography, or practicing semen retention, builds a muscle of willpower. Over time, this muscle strengthens the whole structure of character. Such a man is not enslaved to impulse. He can delay gratification, endure struggle, and stay true to long-term vision. Without this foundation, discipline in other areas tends to crumble. A man who appears disciplined in business or fitness, but is careless in sexual matters, often finds his secret indulgence erodes his stability. Sexual weakness leaks into all corners of life. Integrity, after all, cannot be compartmentalized. It must be whole. Character strength is not only about inner discipline. It is also about how others perceive and trust a man. A man's sexual integrity shapes the level of respect he receives from peers, partners, and even rivals. Trust is fragile, and nothing shatters it faster than sexual betrayal. Infidelity, dishonesty, or reckless behavior around women and relationships corrodes credibility. A man who cannot control his sexual impulses appears unreliable in every other field. If he cannot be trusted with his most intimate commitments, how can he be trusted with leadership, responsibility, or vision? On the other hand, a man who guards his sexual integrity commands respect without demanding it. His actions speak louder than words. He honors women rather than using them. He is faithful to his partner or, if single, he upholds standards that reflect self-respect. Such a man radiates authenticity. People feel safe around him, knowing he is not double-faced or hiding secret corruption. Respect flows naturally toward men of sexual integrity because they embody a rare courage. The courage to resist what is easy for the sake of what is right. Another dimension of character strength is clarity, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Sexual indulgence, especially when it becomes compulsive, clouds the mind. Overindulgence in lust can drain vitality, scatter focus, and fill the inner world with confusion. When a man lives without sexual integrity, he often battles guilt, shame, and dissonance. He may project strength outwardly, but inwardly, he feels fractured. This hidden war drains energy that could be directed toward meaningful goals. By contrast, a man of sexual integrity experiences a remarkable clarity. He is not weighed down by secret battles or hidden addictions. His energy is undivided, his conscience clear, and his vision sharp. Many men who practice sexual discipline, whether through chastity, faithfulness, or retention, report increased confidence, sharper focus, and stronger intuition. This clarity feeds character strength. Decisions become more decisive. Emotions become more stable. A man aligned in his sexuality feels whole, and wholeness is the bedrock of unshakable character. The modern culture often equates masculinity with conquest, conquering women, boasting about sexual experiences, and indulging in lust as if it were proof of manhood. Yet this is a hollow image of masculinity. It reduces men to animals driven by desire rather than beings of wisdom, courage, and honor. True masculinity is not about conquering others, but about conquering oneself. A man who restrains his sexual energy demonstrates strength greater than one who squanders it. Ancient warriors, monks, and philosophers knew this truth. Power comes from mastery, not indulgence. Sexual integrity gives rise to true masculinity because it channels raw instinct in a noble character. It transforms desire into devotion, lust into love, and chaos into order. Such masculinity is not fragile or performative. It does not need validation. It is rooted, self-controlled, and magnetic. This kind of masculinity inspires others. Women respect it, men admire it, and children benefit from it. A man of sexual integrity becomes a pillar in his community because he embodies the strength that flows from self-mastery. Sexual energy is not only biological, it is creative. It is the energy of life itself. Many traditions teach that when sexual energy is conserved and directed, it can be transformed into higher forms of creativity, innovation, and spiritual awareness. A man who dissipates his energy through indulgence often struggles with lack of drive, procrastination, and low ambition. But a man who holds his energy with integrity discovers a reservoir of vitality. He has motivation to build, to create, and to pursue meaningful endeavors. History provides countless examples of men who attributed their genius, resilience, and achievements to sexual discipline. From philosophers like Socrates to leaders like Gandhi, sexual integrity was seen as a foundation for extraordinary clarity and creative force. Character strength is magnified when a man uses his sexual energy to build rather than to waste. He becomes a creator rather than a consumer, a leader rather than a follower, a master rather than a slave. We live in an era where lust is aggressively marketed. Pornography, casual sex, and instant gratification are normalized and even celebrated. This environment erodes discipline and encourages indulgence. In such a world, sexual integrity is not just personal, it is revolutionary. A man who practices sexual integrity resists the culture of consumption. He refuses to let corporations exploit his instincts for profit. He refuses to let his dignity be reduced to clicks and pixels. He chooses the narrow path of mastery, while others surrender to ease. This resistance itself strengthens character. It proves that he is not swayed by trends, not seduced by propaganda, and not weakened by collective weakness. He becomes an example, a leader by contrast, simply because he refuses to be enslaved by what enslaves the masses. Character strength flows from sexual integrity because it is the purest test of discipline, trustworthiness, and authenticity. A man who governs his sexuality governs his life. He commands respect, cultivates clarity, and embodies true masculinity. His relationships flourish, his creativity ignites, and his spirituality deepens. Join the Retain to Thrive Telegram channel at the link below, where we focus on discipline, overcoming distractions, and achieving goals.